Welcome, Quinta. Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
I'm really excited to interview Quinta because she's made some of my favorite Buzzfeed videos. These guys are nodding, they know.
Thank you.
So she is a star actor, writer, producer, talent at Buzzfeed Motion Pictures, which is Buzzfeed's massive video expansion in Hollywood. They've just moved into Siren Studios. They have multiple studios, multiple divisions of very hip-looking young people running around making billions of videos a month. That's not an actual number, but they do earn 2.5 billion monthly video views across 20 platforms. So the scale of their operation and creativity in the online video space is really staggering, and Quinta's been there for about a year. Yep. And I'm interested to hear about her experiences as a creator. She is a comedian, and she began her career in Philadelphia doing stand-up comedy and improv, and then first went viral on Instagram, making 15-second videos. So I want to start there and ask you, what inspired you to pick up Instagram, and what happened when you went viral?
Yeah, I did start in Philadelphia. I went to Second City, Chicago when I was in my sophomore year of college, and I then decided that I was going to do comedy for a living. So dropped out of college, decided that I was going to follow that. Came out to LA because I was tired of being cold in Chicago, and I found out there was a Second City here and other forms of schools to just learn comedy. And one day I performed a character called the girl who's never been on a nice date at the Comedy Store, which is on Sunset. And a friend of mine saw the show and said, I really think you should put this character on Instagram. Put it on social media, put it on YouTube, put it somewhere. And he had a huge following on Instagram. So I decided to do that, and the video went insanely viral. I think right now the video's at something like 500,000 likes on that video alone, but at the time it turned into a phenomenon, and I decided to make another one. And it was being shared all over Facebook, all over Instagram. I was able to make T-shirts and clothes to support it, so I got to quit my job at Apple and just pursue this full time. And I was bringing in a good amount of money per month from just T-shirt sales. And then I put the videos on YouTube so that people could share them in an easy way, and so that I could collect data. And then I got to bring in money from YouTube. So that's pretty much what happened.
And how did your creative process change from stand-up on stage for a live audience to literally a 15-second clip that users can like and sort of cycle through infinitely? And how did you take that and make it this ongoing series with this character?
Yeah. Since I'm a user of Instagram, I know that it's about the instant click, and I know it's about a short attention span. So I took everything I knew and plugged it into 15 seconds. What's the key moment that people are going to want to see and then share in 15 seconds? And so that's what I did and continue to do with this series. And then I started testing out new characters and new things that I thought were funny, and sharing them on Instagram as well. A lot of them came from my stand-up sets and my improv sets, but I said, okay, what was the key moment of the joke that I could put on an Instagram video so that people could relate to it and share to it? So it was really about relatability, and getting people to say, I like this so much, I want it on my own Instagram profile or my own Facebook profile.
This is so me, or like, this is so you, friend.
Exactly.
Totally. Yeah. And when you, how did you find your way to Buzzfeed, and what was appealing about the video operation that they were building there, which is very non-traditional?
Yeah. Well, after all of the success with my own videos, I wanted a place to go where I could be consistent. I didn't feel consistent in my own career. I didn't have any real grounding. Gigs were coming and things were happening, but I had no stability. And so I was talking to many different companies, some of the major media companies that we know about, and then I went into Buzzfeed to do a taste test one day, and I just looked around and saw a bunch of people that were the same age as me, all making things that they wanted to make. Nothing was ordered by a head. They had an idea and they made it, and they made it in a day, and then it got uploaded the next day, and then it was shared, and everybody could see it, and that was all I wanted. So after meetings and talking it out and doing a 3-month residency at Buzzfeed to see if it was right for me, I decided I wanted to stay on full-time as an employee at Buzzfeed to continue to make work that I thought was funny and that I knew would share well on their platform.
And can you talk more about that creative, collaborative process there? Because everyone as a creator, writes, produces, shoots, edits, develops characters, looks at their analytics. It seems very holistic in a way that old media operations aren't.
It's extremely collaborative. We come in the morning, and sometimes we brainstorm, and I'll talk about something that happened to me yesterday. Someone almost hit me with their car. Like, that moment is a relatable moment. I want to make a video about it. I know how to shoot, edit, direct, write, so I do all of that, edit the video, and it'll be up tomorrow. And everyone around you kind of helps you make that happen. They're doing the same thing as you, so the collaborative environment helps you to create on a whim, which was like wonderful to me. And it's still that way to this day. Even as we grow, we're still creating videos very quickly. Every process is a test and learn process. So if I put a video out and it doesn't do well, that's fine. What can I learn from the comments, from the views, from the shares to help make it better? And as far as data collection, we have so many different forms of it. We have YouTube comments, we have Facebook comments, Twitter comments. The shares alone, I can go on Facebook and see exactly who shared my video. I can go and see that it was a little black girl in Texas or a white man in Louisiana, and it's like, that's really interesting. Look at all these different eyes that I have, and then I can decide how to work with that information to make a new product. They often share things with their favorite line from a video, or they share it to their friend, this is you, or they share it to their mother or to their father. So we're able to see how our content affects people in their daily relationships, and I think that's the most important part about our data.
You were telling me earlier that you're like a little bit obsessed with data.
I'm very obsessed with
You've literally gone to Facebook and clicked on the profile of the person who appreciated a video.
I love data. And everyone around me at Buzzfeed loves data, so no one thinks I'm a weirdo. Except for maybe you guys at the moment. But I love it. There's so many different forms of data right now. We have so many: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat now. Like, Snapchat's a whole new form of data and engagement. And it's really engagement that I think I love the most.
What do you mean
because
by that?
That's beyond views. That's exactly how this person wants to share it, how they want it to represent them.
So the sharing, the proactive sharing is really the...
I think for many things that we like a lot, like, I enjoy the show Orange is the New Black on Netflix, but I'm not necessarily going to share the entire episode to my friend. I'm going to tell them by word of mouth. The advertisement is important, but it's normally when your friend says, hey, have you ever seen Orange is the New Black? You got to watch that show. You're missing out if you don't watch that. And I think that's important, that word of mouth relationship, and that's what we get instantly from social media, especially Facebook. It's just like incredible.
And how does that change your creative process as a comedian? This is sort of a feedback loop that hasn't
Well, when you're a comedian
before.
and you do open mics, right? You're doing open mics to test your set out. You want to see people laugh instantly. And if you don't see them laugh, then get off the stage. And you know what I mean? You're not funny. Go away and go work on your material, and then come back. And that engagement was always really important to me, that instant feedback. So that's exactly what I do with my comedy now. I can see when people are like, whoa, that was hilarious, or people are like, I don't think I like this video that much. And then we can work from there. Even a failure is not a failure, it's just an opportunity to learn and grow and decide how to make a better product.
And you have over 500,000 Instagram followers now, and I can't remember how many tens of thousands of Twitter followers. Do you find that your fans influence your comedy or inspire new segments? Is there an interactive element to your creative process now?
Yes, it's half and half, and I'm figuring it out. Part of me wants to keep artistic integrity and make sure that what I think is funny and good and beneficial to society as a whole is always coming out. But I do pay attention to my fans and what they like about what I'm doing, or what they find relatable at the very least. You know, what they find relatable about the material. I wouldn't want to abandon that completely, but part of the reason why I'm here today is because the woman who was up here before me was talking about taste, and I thought that was wonderful, talking about how there's no substitute for taste, and that's often what we like about our favorite artists and things.
And you're working on a new series at Buzzfeed now called Broke, and you've been developing it and developing a new character. And the episodes are a little bit longer, and they sort of live on a whole host of different platforms, primarily YouTube, but also Facebook video and Twitter. How do you approach scaling up your storytelling from micro to 6 minutes or more, and then putting it out into a universe of so many different audiences?
The thing I started with was relatability. I learned that from Buzzfeed. We are on the internet, and the internet likes to share things, whether it be a cute puppy video or something that touched you and made you cry. So I tried to take that into account when making my series. The videos are a little bit longer than your typical internet video, but I want to start bridging the gap between long-form content and short-form content on the internet. So I'm just testing and learning. Some of the episodes have been longer, some of them have been shorter, but they've been getting outstanding reactions for videos that are that long. One of the videos we released, the episode was like social media versus real life, and it was just about my character running into a girl who she thought was cool from online, and the girl wound up just not being cool. But that was an 8-minute long video, and it got 1 million views in a week. And so that was an accomplishment for something that has no press, no advertisement, and is just asking people to come look at it. I'm just trying to focus on making content that is bridging the gap. How can we get to the next step of long-form content on the internet without people sacrificing what they like to do, which is just scroll and share? I'm not going to ignore that. I like to do it too, so please don't ask me to do too much more of it. I don't want to stay for a really long time, but I think we can go to the next level. So I've been taking that into account. I've also learned so much at BuzzFeed. We just finished the series You Do You, and that was awesome. Those are short videos, and that went to iTunes, and we saw all of our fans go to iTunes to go buy it, and they made it #1 for like a week, and this was with no press or anything. And that's why I think the fan engagement is so important. So I listen to what the fans say. I comb my comments on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube to hear exactly what they're saying, and maybe I can use that to help make a better product.
Great. I'm afraid we're out of time already. I could talk to you all day, so maybe we can chat after. But thank you.
So just go. Okay, bye, guys.